Recently, I've been trying to revamp my business, change my business, make it more focused on helping the small business owner who doesn't really understand how to run a website and how to do digital marketing. So I started reading more books. And one book that I really had gotten into recently that I bought probably 4 years ago when I first started talking about them was Dotcom Secrets. Dotcom Secrets is the book right here. This is actually the 2.0 version of the book. And so what that means is they've added probably like 5 chapters or revamped the details on specifically what it is. On this video, I want to do a review of Dotcom Secrets and how I think it can help you with your business and just give you a new perspective on digital marketing. So let's dive in. Dotcom Secrets is actually a book written by Russell Brunson, the founder of ClickFunnels. And ClickFunnels is a software company specifically geared around taking what most people will know. You probably get them in your mail. You probably usually don't read most of them, but a lot of people actually do. They are long form sales letters. Sometimes when I first saw them, I thought they were spam. When basically you take long form sales letters and turns them into websites. And that's when I first saw them, and I thought they were spam because I'd never seen anything like it before. But it's basically going through the whole buying process. That's where kind of websites fail today. We focus on making something beautiful and pretty, and it looks nice on your phone, but nobody's buying anything. And I think that's where a lot of people get stuck. Like they think, especially the people I try to help the small business owner who doesn't really understand how to use a website or how to build a website and kind of get them going. And I think this is one book that I think you could use to help you here. ClickFunnels was founded in 2014, and I think I first talked about it in 2017 when I heard about it, and I'm just now kind of starting to dive into it. And it's a great software that takes these long form sales pages, turns them into basically what they're calling website replacements. So it's like a long one-page website that connects to other websites that are like steps in your sales process. And I'll go deeper into that later. There's many ways to use ClickFunnels. People use it for appointments, to run online challenges. People use them to sell books. There's so many different ways people use them, and there's a lot of people capitalizing on how seamless it is to grow their business. Reading this book, finally, after a few years, I have 4 takeaways. And the first takeaway is the idea of funnels versus websites. With ClickFunnels and Russell Brunson, their focus is saying that websites are dead, and these long form sales letters, websites, are the new thing. And in a way, I think that is true in how we use websites, because one thing that they've actually started doing is a thing called funnel hubs. So it's basically like your regular website, but then when somebody clicks on a link, it goes to a different funnel. So if you have like an e-commerce product, you sell a dog water bottle. You click on the dog water bottle, you go to a long form sales page that then, as you learn about it, you add it to your cart. It'll then upsell you on dog water bowls or other things to take you to on your hike for your dog, or things that would go together. Or in some cases, you'd have a challenge. So you do like a 7-day keto challenge, and then you'd kind of upsell like a workbook to go with it, or a tracking sheet, or other things like that. And it really helps people get more value from what you're giving them. And that's what I really like about ClickFunnels, and I kind of see a future where they're kind of merged. And I think maybe in another video I'll talk about ClickFunnels 2.0 and how I feel like that will really clean up the barriers between funnels and websites, and people are going to really start using them a lot more in the future. Another concept that I've really liked is in this book is the concept of the value ladder. And it's nothing new, but the way he describes it in the book makes it a lot more clear for me. So like the way he makes an example is that he goes to the dentist's office. He gets a free cleaning in the mail to a dentist that takes his insurance. And then at the free cleaning, the dentist offers like teeth whitening or fluoride treatment or they might say he needs to get a root canal. And each of those things are higher level steps in the value ladder. As the price goes up, the more value it provides for the customer and the value it provides you as a business owner. And I think that's a really cool way to describe it, and it's really helped me kind of clarify how I want to offer things to my clients and customers going forward. And so like one way I'm doing that is kind of focusing more on creating content here, making a podcast, making some free content to hopefully bring people in and want to join a challenge, join a course or a webinar, and then ultimately come on and help me do their strategy for their online marketing. Third, I just liked how he really kind of painted it in simple terms, and that's kind of one of the things he talks about in the book is talking to your customers, not talking down, but talking to them in like a third grade, easy to understand level, and not talking high level, so that you're kind of like on equal grounds and that you're both being heard and understood, and the customer actually knows what they're getting, and then it helps them see more value in what you provide. I know sometimes I can struggle with kind of using too many web terms like CSS or HTML or padding, margin, link building, or SEO, SEM. You gotta learn to break things down and simplify them in more digestible ways so that more people can understand it, so then you can actually help more people. And then those people are people because they understand you, that they want to get help from you. And then lastly are just the different types of funnel uses. There's a lot of different use cases. There's probably a bunch that haven't even been invented yet, but some of the ones that I found were, of course, I think I've already mentioned, are challenge funnels, like a 7-day keto challenge or 21-day website challenge, or a couch to 5K in 30 days, something like that. You can even do, if you have webinars or do live streams, there's a script that they have that you can sell. So you make a funnel that somebody registers for, and then they either come back later and watch a webinar that maybe you like pre-recorded, or you do like a live stream, and then there's a whole process that they have for delivering the value to the customer and hopefully get more business for you while producing value. Some other funnels that I like that are kind of new that I've been seeing are called summit funnels. It's sort of like kind of like the webinar, but it's like a live online mainly conference where maybe like the person that's really hosting it, they'll have like a pre-recorded interview or like a one-on-one talk with somebody famous, and it's sort of like a cross promotion event. And so then maybe the person that you interview has you onto their event later. So another one is book funnels, and this is actually how I came across the Dotcom Secrets book, which is the first book in their trilogy, and hopefully I'll make some more videos on the trilogy if you like it. But just let me know in the comments if you like this, and I'll keep doing them. So they actually have a page so you get this book free plus shipping. You can actually buy on Amazon. Sometimes they actually have them in like Barnes & Noble, but this you can get free plus shipping, so it's like $0 plus $7 shipping, which is kind of cheap for a book. And the idea behind that is that they give you the content to bring you in, to provide the value, so that they know, so the customer really can buy in. But then it also allows them to kind of offer some other things along the way. With the funnels, you can choose if you want to do the upsells or not, and just want to buy the book or just do the webinar. But it kind of reminds me when I worked in retail and we were taught this philosophy of top-down selling, and it's basically where you kind of offer the deluxe package to every customer so they know everything that they can get. They don't want to go home and find out they could have gotten something that they actually needed, versus with top-down selling, you offer them everything and then they can choose whether they want to take or buy what you're offering, but then they know and they're educated on what the possibilities are. So those are 4 takeaways that I had from Dotcom Secrets, and they're actually kind of, I would say, they're not a sponsor of this video. If you're interested in learning more about Dotcom Secrets, I actually have, it's my affiliate link in the description, so please check it out if you want to learn more, and if you do want to sign up for ClickFunnels, also the easiest way is to go through my links below. I hope you found this review helpful, and if you're interested in hearing about more book reviews, I have lots of books. I love to read and talk about my books, so I hope to hear from you, and please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.